Good afternoon, everyone. This is the Doctor. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest. I hope wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, you are having a great day today. We're going to be doing a little bit something different, and I know most of you guys know me for my War of the Visions content. And today, we're going to go over a quick review of the new game that came out from Square Enix, SINoALICE. We're going to talk about my first impressions of the game, where I'm kind of at, and how I'm feeling, and whether or not I'm going to continue covering it. So let's go ahead and hop in here and let's talk about SINoALICE. If you guys didn't know, it is a game whose story is made by Yoko Taro. So he's the same guy that did Nier Automata. The story definitely has flavor notes, and the music has flavor notes of him everywhere. Getting in, it can be a little bit overwhelming because there's so much to do in the game. I've played it over the last 2 days, and I can tell you that I really don't know everything that's going on. I'm not someone who studied everything in preparation for this game. It's just kind of a game that I've really gotten into, and I've really been enjoying. There is a reroll right away, so if you're someone who likes to come in and reroll, if you're someone who likes to find absolutely the best units right away, you can actually do that, because the reroll is literally the first thing you do coming into the game. And overall, it's quick and it's pretty easy. Personally, I didn't reroll for anything special. If I was going through the reroll process again, I would definitely look for one of the special classes of a character that I would have liked. I know there's a lot of people who are looking for a specific job for a specific character, and it'll tell you when you roll one of those. So if I was going to go through the process again, that's what I would do, and I would re-roll until I got one of those. I wouldn't just keep re-rolling. For those of you that know, my husband, Giant, has been re-rolling for like a day now on multiple accounts, trying to get the perfect re-roll, and I'm the type of guy who just likes to get into a game and enjoy it. Now, we do have, of course, rookie missions here, which are going to be really great. Been really enjoying it. The menu system is a little bit complex. You are going to have to actually navigate around and everywhere, and you can see here the menu system has a lot of redundancy, so you can always hit menu to pull everything up, but you can also access things from a different way as well. So you can access like your presence here, but you can also access your presence from the front page. So it's kind of a mixture of things everywhere and things not everywhere. You do have access to the story. The summon system is actually done through the grimoire. You do get access to these gems that are there in the upper left-hand corner. There is going to be a Nier Automata event coming out in a couple weeks. So if you are someone who really wants to play this game and who really wants to pull a Nier Automata unit, you're going to want to save your rainbow fragments. Or not your rainbow fragments. I'm going into War of the Visions area. You're going to want to save your currency before you hop in here. It does kind of give you some options of what you can get. Personally, I have this unit right here, which is Pinocchio Mage, or the Pinocchio Sorcerer class, because I pulled it on this banner. One of the great things about this game is you can actually play almost any unit that you want. So basically, when you come in and you do the story, you pick a character's branching path, and you can pick any path that you want here. So you can see, I'll show the characters for you. You got Pinocchio, you got Kaguya, you got Red Riding Hood, you got Sleeping Beauty, Hansel and Gretel, Cinderella, Snow White, and the most popular waifu, I think, would be Alice right now. And you can see these little portraits right above the chapters. You can actually get different unit classes from following those portraits. And so you can see you can actually get access to every single character. So you're not pulling for characters in this game. You're pulling for jobs that are associated with weapons that you pull. So if you pull a certain weapon, you are immediately granted access to a job, right? Because certain weapons have jobs for specific characters. So my Pinocchio, for example, if I can show you here, we'll go to his gear. I have the initial starting class for Pinocchio. And then I also, which is going to be this one right here, and I'll just swap to it real quick for you. So this is the initial starting class for Pinocchio. And then I also have the Sorcerer class that I unlocked for Pinocchio. So overall, and it has this great recommended gear feature, by the way. Overall, I would say, yes, you have to pull for the specific job. Not all weapons unlock jobs. Yes, that's true. That's... Okay, Giant. That's what I said. You're basically pulling for specific weapons to unlock jobs, basically. So in order to pull for the sorcerer, I had to pull this particular weapon right here. So I had to pull the Tome of Dependence for him. And I did manage to get to pull that, and I did actually unlock that. So that's the unit I've been doing. Let's go ahead and talk about the upgrading and equipment. There is so much gear to upgrade. It's a little maddening. So you can see here you have upgrading gear, you have limit breaking gear, you have evolving gear, you have upgrading a class, you have limit breaking a class. So you first start out with upgrading gear, and they give you lots of different gear. And I would say the interface for this is a little bonkers. So you do have armor, you do have weapons as well that you can choose, and you're going to want to, I'll probably filter it by rarity. Let's see if I can do that. Okay, so you're going to see all of these weapons, and you can see I'm using 4 of them. So those are the weapons that I'm going to level up. You can see each of them has a level stat next to them. You can also do the same thing with armor. I'm currently wearing story-dependent armor. And then, of course, you have nightmares. And nightmares are kind of like, what I would attribute them to is similar to espers from any Final Fantasy game. They're kind of there, they join your composition, they have stats that are associated with them, and they also have abilities that they can use. So you can see here they have different summon skills. You have different skills for story, and you also have different skills for PvP. You can also upgrade your class. So you can see here for Pinocchio Sorcerer, I have upgraded him to class level 10. If I did want to change his class, I could do that as well. If I wanted to limit break his class, which would get him access to more passives, I would click on him and I would say, okay, so I need the Pinocchio / Sorcerer Arcana level 1 for that. And then I would kind of figure out, well, how do I get that? Do I have to pull for it? Do I have to purchase it with pulls? How do I unlock that again? So that's kind of the gacha system, and you're going to be using a lot of different characters, and you can use the character you want to use. If you have a specific character in mind, reroll until you pull that character's class, or until you pull something for that character that you want. Reroll until you pull an SR weapon. Really get in there and know what you're going to be looking for. In terms of events, co-ops, and guild, I was able to start my own guild, so if you guys want to apply, feel free. We are the Colony. You do get access to guild messages. I actually really love the chat in this game. If you hop in here, you can actually do really cute emotes that are all stickers. So you can actually be like, hey, and you can kind of let people know how you're feeling, where you're at. So like right here, I'm really angry because I have no guild members and I'm gonna hurt someone. That's not actually true. But if you guys want to join, you can come in here and you can message me on Discord, or you can just apply dig.gs/Discord if you want to come hang out with us. We are a pretty cool group of people. Let's go ahead and talk about the events that they offer. The events are very similar on a timer. You're going to get very different events, and then you're going to have key events that can go on. So this one still has 14 hours left. I can see the details, and you're going to see, all right, here's the event time. These are the weapons it's focusing on. So this one in particular is going to be focused on fire weapon enhancement materials. So let's hop in and I'll show you guys how the combat works, and then I'll show you the main story of the game. And we're actually going to do an intermediate combat. So we'll head on in here. And also the music is beautiful in this game. So the combat is a little auto. You can put auto on. I'm going to go ahead and tap. You tap your weapon, and you can see that used Evil Thunder Assault 2. I am paired with 4 CPU units. So you only get to control 1 unit in battle, and that's okay. You can use all of the equipment that you've leveled up throughout the time. You hit this weapon. There is a rock, paper, scissors type of element to this game. So there are 3 elements. There's going to be fire, wind, and water. And water is good against fire, I believe. Water's good against wind, and wind's good against water. I believe that's how it works. I am not a full expert on the game yet. I am just enjoying it and having lots of fun. Yeah, the combat's pretty smooth. I have been able to use auto most of the time. And then when you get to it, you do have a summon system you can employ. So you can see here, I'm going to summon my freeze golem, and he's going to drop an ability which is going to buff all the water attack damage for my units, or all of my friend units. And then you can actually select units here. You can actually select enemy targets, or you can select ally targets. Personally, I'm a buffing unit. That's my role. So I'm going to be buffing all of my friend units. And then I'm also a healer unit. So I'm going to look and I'm going to target. And I'm going to say, okay, Zan needs some HP, and I'm going to heal him right there. And then you do have SP, which is kind of like your ATB bar for anyone that's ever played a Final Fantasy. I'm going to redo that, and then I'm going to pop out Evil Thunder Assault, which is going to deal some damage. It was resisted, though, because he's a fire element unit. So let's continue. Let's try debuffing him a little bit more. And let's try and buff our units up as well here. Let's try and get some support, get their defenses up. See if we can't deal actually some damage here. We're going to use our water. You can see we did a ton of damage there because he is weak to it. And now, of course, I have only fire element weapons, so he is going to resist it when I attack. Zakrons. Zakrons, now is not the time, my friend. Alright, so that's the basic gist for the story. And let's go ahead and get an idea of what the story is actually like. Sorry, that's the gist of the gameplay. And if you didn't know, you do have infinite energy before rank 20, so you can just hop in here and play the game and not have to worry about your energy bars or anything like that. In the main story, you can come in and you can see I am clear all the way up to a significant part of the story. And it's not a story like most games you would expect. It's actually very similar to the best way I could describe it is like poetry almost. So you'll see when I start this up, you'll see what comes up here.
もしかして僕はまだ人間になれない魔外品なのかもしれないな.
And of course, this is going to be Yoko Taro's writing. It's very dark. If you like a dark type of story, that's how the story is presented all the time. It's always a little bit dark. It's always a little bit angsty. It's kind of enjoyable. Like, I like that style of writing, and I enjoy that. So, to me, that's my favorite style of writing, and I do love Yoko Taro. So, again, you might like it, you might not. But I think overall, that's really what you need to know about this game. And if you guys are interested in more of this content, please let me know down below in the comment section. This is the first time I've ever tried branching out from more of the visions, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet or what type of content from this game you guys would like from me. So please let me know. Come in the Discord, talk to me, and let me know if this is what you guys want. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a great rest of your day, everyone.